morning, YouTube, y'all. I just woke up. It's early in the morning, but we about to head to the shop. So today I'm coming with y'all with a fade tutorial. Yes, sir. Gotta get them buns. Look at that. Still looking fresh. Remember, it's all about them details, y'all. But look though, I want to tell y'all something, man. When y'all wake up, always wake up positive, no matter what. You feel me? Like, just wake up happy. Yeah, that fresh air, right? You fresh air, like, come on now, y'all. Get hyped for y'all. But like I said though, we got a fade tutorial coming today. I'm gonna catch y'all later, y'all. Peace out, YouTube. Alright, YouTube, so we got my boy here today. Go ahead, tell me your name and your Instagram.
Instagram, my name Brandon. My Instagram, Brandon_Listen2.
Alright, y'all, so today we're gonna come with y'all with a fade tutorial. But we're gonna get right into it now.
Tracks.
Alright, y'all, so let's get right into it now. So the first thing you want to do is debulk. We're gonna go to that 1.5 and we're just gonna knock them hairs off. I find it like it's the easiest thing to do when it comes to fading, debulking, because it makes everything else easier and visible to the eye. Always remember, even when you're debulking and you're creating them lines, always stay consistent and make sure everything is even. So now it's time to grab our clippers or our trimmers, and we're about to work on our first guideline, our initial ball line. I like using my clippers because I feel like when I use my clippers, the transition from the bald to the longer hairs look better. Sometimes when you use the trimmers, you leave a little bald line, and it could be difficult getting that little bald line out depending on the type of hair texture. Alright, so now it's time to take our trimmers and we're just gonna clean all the hairs up. We're gonna make sure that thing nice and bald. Because the balder it looks, the blurrier the cut is, and that's very important when it comes to the fades, because you want every fade to pop, y'all. Alright, so now we're going to take our clippers with no guard open, and we're just going about 1 inch, stay consistent, and following that first guideline. So just how I told you in the last video with my tapers, I always start with all my guards closed. So we're going to take the one guard closed and we're going up about 1 inch. And you could tell it's starting to already fade itself out.
Q Tracks.
So always remember to stretch your fade out. When you're making your guidelines, make sure your guidelines are stretched out. Because if you keep your fade condensed, it's going to look like a whole bunch of bulk when your client gets out the chair and walk away. And we don't want that look. We want our fade to be smooth and crispy and clean as possible. So always stretch your fade out. Alright, y'all. Now it's time to get blurry. Watch how these details come in. Alright, y'all. So now it's time to get them lines out. So now what you want to do is you want to take your clipper with no guard open, and you want to close it halfway, making sure you're using your corners and stretching the skin out. As you can tell, I'm playing with the leather. I'm going up and down and just trying to make sure I'm getting it real blurry, because the blurrier it is, the more the cut's going to pop. You see how that bun coming out? You see how that's coming out? Look up, look at that. Oh, you're not ready for this. You're not ready.
You tracks.
Alright, so now you just want to go on your trimmers, use the corners, and you just want to soften up them lines. And you just want to get that thing blurry. Making sure everything is nice and bald. So now we're going to grab our half guard and we're going to leave it open, and we're just going to attack that line. And we're going to go halfway, close. Remember, you always want to flick your wrist out and use your corners while you're attacking the line. Now it's time for the details.
Do I want to go see this game somewhere tomorrow, or do I just want to stay in the comfort of my own home in case we lose? What do you think? Arizona?
Remember, y'all, it's all about the details.
That's for the division.
Yeah, it's coming out.
I'd be lying if I wasn't nervous.
It's coming out tough, though. Damn! Alright, so now one of my favorite parts about fading is the detail, y'all. So I like to grab my masters, and I like to open it, and I like to use my corners just to get all them little dark spots. Because when you use your corners with the masters, I promise you it makes your detail work go crazy. So use it. We're going to take our 2 guard, we're going to go with it closed, and we're going to knock all the bulk off top. Alright, so now it's time to grab a 1.5 guard, and you want to work on getting that line out. So we're going to go open, halfway, and close. Mind you, this line is one of the most important lines because it's bringing them long hairs to them bald hairs, and you want that transition to look really blurry. If not, your fade going to look like it's off. So we're just going to go in there, we're going to attack. As you see, I'm using my corners. I'm trying to get in there, making sure I'm hitting that line the whole entire time. So now it's time to grab our 1 guard open, and we're just going to attack that line, soften the line up. This is where it's best to know your clippers, because you know how your clippers cut. So you just want to keep playing with it until you're getting the line up. But you don't want to move your fade up, so you got to be real careful. So now it's time to grab that half guard. You want to open it and use your corners, and you just want to attack that line, soften it up to make your blend look more smooth. And this, you're going to go with an open and close, just using them corners, just work around the fade, making it blurry. So now it's time to grab our Babyliss trimmers. And when you're working on your C cup, you always want to meet in the middle. So you want to go down and you want to go up, making that perfect C cup.
Q Tracks.
Alright, so now we're going to take our shaver and we're just going to save the ball area, making an even ball. You just want to get all them little nubs up. And this is going to help that blurriness with your fade. Alright, YouTube, here goes the final cut. Yes, sir, everything nice and blurry. If you like the video, you already know you gotta like, comment, and subscribe down below. And we come with more videos, more tutorials, and more bangers, y'all. Look at that, yes, sir.